Alrighty, people. Good morning. Positive Paul here on Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. And this is going to be a follow up to my Lyndon LaRoche reading. And we're going to quickly do another UAP, UFO, alien insectoid anomaly breakdown. And this video was from Monday. But it's interesting as time drags on. I see things happening on social media, within the legacy media, television, all that, and they're having issues again. Now, who are they? Who? Well, it might be these creepy chameleon, Canaanite, dirty dog, reptoid Hollywood hybrid hacks. They're minions, they're social media frauds. That something just does not seem right about them, a tad askew. Now, a lot of them, they do put out some useful information. Once you go through it, dissect it, spend a lot of time, follow up on your research, you can definitely extrapolate something that will be useful. But overall, these social media frauds are leading the American public down a dead-end alley. Now, again, I have people on social media pretending to be me. I don't need to keep pointing them out, but very few people can come up with this footage. Now, this right here might seem like a bird, and what's interesting is, and I'm going to show a screen capture, you can see how this moves along, and I can't do nothing about the glare. This is a positive Paul, low budget operation here. But what's interesting, we're going to look at this screen capture right now. So let's do this. Let's go over here. This is what we're looking at, and I'll preface this to exactly what happened. This is on Monday as I'm en route to go take care of my plants, take care of the property that I'm allowed to stay on, and I'm surrounded by snitches too, mind you. They have to report when I arrive and when I leave. That's all they're good for. They're spotters. But see, every time I hit the street, not only do I have these dopey stalkers chasing me around, Uncle Carl and George Bush's, the ghost of their goon squads that have been camped out down here in Rosarito, all right? But it seems to be that I still constantly have all this stuff taking place up in the sky. Now, the one thing you notice about this anomaly is it looks clearly like there's an electromagnetic field around the spherical shape. I don't know what you would call that, but, a lot of people, oh, it's a bird, it's a bug. But what's interesting is usually at some point a bird will flap their wings, a bug will show some type of different movement other than this. So what it is too is it's interesting because here you see when I first pick up on it, but when you move it over, this is right there. But what happens is it pops in and out of our dimension. It's there and it's not there. Now you see it, now you don't. Now let's see if we can go back to the video and do this. Okay. People, here we are on Monday. Whoops. Bear with me. I want to open that up. Okay. Now first let's pick up on the anomaly with, right there it is. Okay. You see it. Now let's find when that little white anomaly pops up. Let's see if we can find this. I'll show you where. Okay, bear with me, folks, because this is not rocket science here. Do these things on the fly. Maybe I can't. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Right there. Now watch this. It's there. It's not there. You see that, people? Okay. Now that's not even the main one. Let's go through this real quick. July 29th, 2024. My ears humming away. They're trying to pin. Now, watch this. Up by the sun. Okay, there it is. Let's open this up real good. Now, this next anomaly, which some of us believe the sun is a portal, this one, again, appears out of nothing. Now you see it, now you don't. Let's see if we can get this up here. Okay. Where is it? Let's come down. Oops. See? This is very tricky business, folks. Trying to show you the nature of your reality. Right around here. Okay, let's see. Right there. Okay. So you can clearly see that. Excuse the glare on this old iPad, but let's see if I can get it to go back up. See how right there comes out of nothing, pops out of nothing. So again, I have these strudelhead American Nazi, Freemason, Edomite Satanist spending millions of dollars for their dark masters to keep an eye on me, keep track of me, chase me around down here in Mexico, buying off people to be snitches. All this is going on, and you know what? They're able to cover all this up. This isn't happening. Now, what's interesting is Lyndon LaRoche, over 50 years ago, told us what they were up to. And he's not the only one. That's when there was real whistleblowers. Now, this is just about a week and a half ago when he has to somehow come up with an excuse of how the Snuffleupagus chump was almost taken out. And what's interesting is they've been calling for this guy's head, too. Keep in mind. But remember, he is in charge of the glorified Gestapo, all right? He's in charge of these fusion centers. He's in charge of the so-called gang stalking operations going on in the United States, right? Where are the papers? We want to see your papers. If you are white, then you are no good. You are a domestic terrorist. We will find you and root you out. The white supremacists around the world, we will incarcerate them all. And if we cannot incarcerate, we will lie, slander, use all our resources of the American government to make sure our dark secret doesn't get out. Now, see, what happens is when these screwballs start to go haywire and get a little off script, see, something goes a little screwy with them. Now, I don't know if any of you see this, you shape-shifting rubes on social media. Where are you? Where are you people? Just like these targeted individuals. Now again, I'm going to be pleasant. See, we're supposed to be nice, right? Bless our enemies, don't curse them. Well, look, if they're not our enemy, I mean, I don't go around cursing people. I don't go around blessing them unless maybe they deserve it or I really want to help them. I bless Jude and Athena. How's that sound? Because, see, I'm sure they know the deal. They know what's going on. But see, the average Joe Blow, these Benedict Arnolds, do they understand of what they got themselves into? And do they think they're not going to end up in one of these fenced off pens? Do they think that somehow you're going to hide once the riots start? Once these migrants get hungry, right? All their benefits, their money, their debit cards, their apartments, all this, it's all over? How long can they keep this up, folks? Now, see, here's Biden telling America, see, well, this is why I'm not qualified to be president no more. Now, a lot of you shape-shifting rubes out there say anybody with the slit eye is a reptilian. And, well, what have I told you? If they took a little child and they did satanic rituals on them, all this other garbage, the experimentation, would they demonstrate the snake eye? See, this is the ignorance of an American dope on social media. And remember, a lot of them are all plants. Or they're just, what, AI, right, folks? It's these bots. There's always an excuse. Well, what's interesting is, see, when Biden tells you that, yes, I can't be president for the reason being is I'm a reincarnation of Marshall Applewhite. Don't you know? See, now it's my time to get back on Hale-Bopp, the spaceship that came around over almost 30 years ago, right? I have to go back because Hale-Bopp is coming back in. And, you know, my time is up. So, folks, you get these dopes. Oh, yeah, look, we saw the shooter. Right? Very, I tell you, I don't know where they dig these people up. You gotta hand it to him. He's got a Huggy. He's got a Huggy keeping his beer cold. Don't you love those things? Remember in the 80s when you were a kid, you know, everywhere you go, you can get a Huggy. A customized Huggy, right? A beer coolie, whatever you call them, wherever you are. But what's interesting is that he's gonna get as much mileage out of this as he can. And what I find fascinating is Butler, Pennsylvania. Wow. So, folks, yes, you know that the United States is in bed deep. And see, they were told, when thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. Well, my friends, my family, I don't know what to tell you anymore, but take this for what it's worth.